Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a 60-minute all levels strength building yoga class. So you have the option to use a glute band or loop band. I have two resistances here, but really you could do it with one. And you can do the whole class without the glute band at all. It's just optional to add a little bit of extra spice and jazz and whatever other fancy things you want to add. Another little caveat, I am modifying a few things at the moment because I've broken my foot, but it's fine. I cue it as I normally would, but if you're watching me, listen to my cues. Don't necessarily watch exactly what I'm doing through everything because I will be modifying, but if you need to modify, obviously you can go ahead and modify. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you have comments or feedback, please let me know in the comment section below. I do enjoy hearing from you. I do read them all, and I will get back to you when I can. We are going to get started today in a tabletop position. If you have your glute band, you're going to start with it around your knees. Starting in your tabletop position, spread your palms nice and wide, knees under the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Take an inhale, drop the belly, reach the sternum forward, cow belly breath. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone round the spine, widen the shoulder blades. Inhale into your cow belly breath, reach the tail to the sky. And then as you exhale, round the spine, think of gapping between all your vertebrae. 3 more like this. One more. I think I'm going to sneeze. And then you're going to come to a neutral spine. Left knee stays under the hip. Keep a neutral spine. Bend the right knee, heel towards the glute. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, come into your donkey kick. Inhale, tap the knee down. Exhale, donkey kick. Inhale, knee down. Your spine's not moving. The movement is coming from your hamstring and from your glute. Pelvis is nice and even. We've got 5 more here. Make sure that that left hip isn't swinging out to the left. You're keeping even weight between both sides of your pelvis and through both hands. We've got 3 more here. You're going to hold that up. Take an inhale. You're going to extend the right leg, extend the left arm. Exhale here. Inhale, tap the arm and the leg down, shoulders and hips stay even. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, lift it up. So once again, the movement is not coming from the spine. My spine's not moving. I'm moving from the back of my shoulder and the back of my hip. We've got 5 more here. Don't let your face fall down towards the floor. You're going to hold it up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to cactus the arm and the leg. So draw the left elbow back towards the rib cage, the right knee up towards the right arm. Take an inhale, bring them back to the midline, elbow and knee stay bent. And then as you exhale, you're coming out into this like cactus fire hydrant. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, come out into that cactus. So once again, you're trying to stay still through your spine like you've got a tray of drinks resting on your back. We're going to do 5 more here. You're going to send the right leg back behind you. Take the left hand down. Kick the left foot off to the left and then open up into this modified side plank. Take an inhale. You're going to tap the right toes down, reach the right arm long. Make sure the knee, the hand, and the foot are all in line. As you exhale, you're going to lift that right leg, tap the hand to the outer thigh. Inhale, reach nice and long, open the rib cage. Exhale, lift it up. We're going to take 8 more here. Having those bottom toes tucked under will make this easier on the balance. 2 more. You're going to hold that leg up. Right hand comes to the sky. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8. Knee keeps facing the front of the mat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Listen carefully. You're going to keep the leg straight, tuck the toes under, step that right leg back into a plank, and then step the left leg back to meet it. High plank pose. Engage through your lats, draw your shoulders out of your ears. Gentle tuck in through the tail. So you're not, rounding and crunching through your tail and your spine. You're just bringing some awareness to that area so you're not dumping into the lower back. The thighs are strong. There's energy out through the heels and the crown of the head. Your face isn't dropping towards the floor, and you're holding here for 4 more breaths. One more breath. From here, you're going to step your right foot forward so that the knee hovers in your bear, and then the left foot forward to meet it, bear pose. Right foot steps back to plank, left foot steps back to plank. Left foot to bear, right foot to bear, left foot to plank, right foot to plank. So nothing is changing in the rest of my body. My shoulders aren't moving. I'm not tucking or rounding or dumping in through my spine. I'm just moving through the hips. We're going to take 1 more with each leg leading. Come back to your plank pose, and then you're going to set the knees down, tabletop. Inhale, take a cow belly breath. Exhale, round out the spine. Come to a neutral spine, bend the left knee, heel in towards the glute. Make sure the right knee is under the hip. As you exhale, donkey kick with the left. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, donkey kick. Inhale, tap it down. 8 more. Remember all your alignment points. Keep the leg up there. As you inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, extend the right arm. Nice and even through the spine and hips. Inhale, tap the toes and the fingers. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, tap down. Exhale, lift up. 8 more. Don't forget about that right glute. Lift up, take an inhale. This time, as you exhale, you're going to cactus the arm and the leg. Inhale, keep them bent, bring them back to the midline. Exhale, fire hydrant cactus. Inhale to center. Exhale to cactus. 8 more. Set the right hand down, extend the left leg back, kick the right leg off to the right and come into your modified side plank. Inhale, sweep the left arm, tap the left toes down. Exhale, lift the leg, tap the outer thigh. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift. 8 more. There's a woodpecker in the tree outside my house, which is really, really cool because I'd never seen woodpeckers since I got here. I don't know if we get them back in Australia, but we don't get them wherever I'm from. We've got 5 more here. You're going to hold it up. We're going to do 10 little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the left foot down like a plank leg. Take the left hand down. Step the right leg back. High plank pose. You're going to keep your high plank pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to step the right toes off to the right. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, left toes. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left. Inhale, plank. 4 more each side. You're trying to keep the rest of your body nice and still so your hips aren't going on a road trip. So you can either keep it like that, which is what I'm going to do to be careful with my foot. Otherwise, you can take it to a plank jack where you jump both feet out at the same time. If you're doing plank jacks, you're going to go for 20. If you're doing the tap outs, you're just going to do 10 more. Four, 3, 2, 1. Come back to your high plank pose. Send those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale, ripple forward into your high plank. And then as you exhale, bend the knees to hover. Send the hips back to the heels. Straighten the legs. Downward dog. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Send the hips back. Downward facing dog. 3 more just like that. From here, you're going to hold your downward facing dog. You're going to bend your knees. So keep your upper body in downward dog. You're going to bend your knees so that they hover above the mat as if you were in a bear. And then as you exhale, you're going to straighten them, but not all the way. Inhale, you're going to come down into that down dog bear. And then exhale, you're going to straighten halfway. Inhale to lower. Exhale, come up. So it's like we're doing little mini squats in our downward dog. If you have that glute band on, you're thinking of gently pressing out into that band, making sure that your knees aren't collapsing to the midline and giving you that extra kick through your glutes. With or without the band, you should really feel this working into your quads. We're going to take 3 more here. And then you're going to ripple forward into your high plank pose, which now all of a sudden feels like a rest for those quads. We're going to come down onto the forearms, 1 forearm at a time, forearm plank. From here, you're going to angle your right forearm in any amount to protect your shoulder, roll to the outside edge of your right foot, or stagger, left arm comes up towards the sky. You can, of course, stay here. You could always drop the bottom knee if you needed to. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keep the left knee facing the side of your mat as you lift it up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, tap it down. We've got 8 more here. We're going to hold it at the top, 10 little pulses. Keep lifting the bottom waist away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into your forearm plank. Palms were up into plank. Forearms were down. Opposite palm leads. Opposite forearm leads. Palms up. Forearms down. Keep your pelvis as stable as you can. Palms up. Forearms down. Palms up. Forearms down. One more. Palms up. Forearms down. Angle that left arm in any amount. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Stack, stagger, or drop the bottom knee. Set up your alignment in your side plank. Make sure your elbow is under your shoulder or just in front. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lift that top leg. Make sure the knee faces the side wall, not the roof. Inhale, tap it down. Woo, falling over. 9 more. Hold it up, 10 little pulses for 10, 9, 8, come back into your forearm plank. Palms were up. Lower the knees if you need to. Our first chaturanga. Exhale, press back up to plank. Inhale, chaturanga. Lower the knees if you need. Exhale to plank. One more. Inhale, chaturanga. We're going to hold. Take 4 more breaths. Drop the knees if you need to. The rest of your body is in a plank. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Press the floor away, high plank pose. Exhale, downward dog. Let's get off the wrists. You're going to walk your feet, keeping straight legs all the way up to the backs of your wrists. Once you get here, take opposite hand to opposite elbow, gentle bend in the knees, and just let yourself ragdoll forward, swaying from side to side. The head is heavy. And then you're going to drop the hands really heavy in through the upper body. Tailbone drops towards the floor. Generous bend in the knees as you start to roll up the length of your spine, stacking vertebrae by vertebrae. As you inhale, you're going to sink the hips back. Chair pose. If you've got your glute band on, you're going to have your feet apart, so you're more in a squat position. If it's more comfortable in your body, you can turn your hips out or your feet out a little bit. I don't mind where your feet are orientated, parallel, slightly turned out. I'm more concerned that your knees are going in the same direction as your toes and that you can see your toes beyond your knees. So think that someone is pressing you back at your hip creases. That's allowing your chest to come forward without just collapsing down to the floor. So we're still nice and neutral through the spine. We're just sinking our hips back like we've got a chair behind us. We're going to hold here for 3 more breaths. And then as you exhale, you're going to press to stand. I'm just going to change to a harder band, make my life more difficult. We're going to come back into that chair. You're going to face the side of your mat. So take an inhale, sink the hips back. Keep the arms reaching. As you exhale, you're just going to keep breathing. You're going to take little side steps towards the opposite edge of your mat. Now, what I want you to do, when you get to the edge of your mat, you're just going to go back in the other direction, is make sure that when you're walking, your knees aren't collapsing in towards each other. So if you're not wearing a band, that's fine. It's the same thing. You want to think that you're pushing your knees out, either into that band or into an imaginary band, so that your knees track in the same direction as your toes the whole time. So if that means that you have to come out of that squat a little bit, then that's okay. Nice, slow, deep breaths. We're going to take one more up and down of the mat. Turn back to face the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drop the hands down in line with the shoulders. Take an inhale here. Shift the weight to the left foot. Keep that left knee tracking forward. As you exhale, right knee to the chest. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left knee to the chest. Inhale, set it down. Keep alternating sides. What I want you to make sure of here is when you transfer the weight to that standing leg, that knee doesn't just collapse into the midline. So you're thinking of hugging the hip to the midline. Keep the knee tracking in line with the second and third toe, and keep those hips sinking back nice and low. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Inhale, sweep those arms up, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. In your forward fold, if you've got that band, you're going to slip it down underneath your feet. So it's looped around your feet. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Generous bend in the knees, stack the spine, roll yourself all the way to standing. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to start by not doing this in chair pose. So we're going to work the balance. We're also going to start to strengthen the hip flexors. I don't mind where you take your hands. You're going to shift the weight to the left. Make sure you're not hyperextending that left knee. You're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, set it down, hips distance. Exhale, engage the right glute. My hip doesn't swing out to the side. My pelvis is staying even. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, right knee lifts. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, my pelvis is staying like a table. Inhale, set it down. We're going to do 3 more on each side. Balance challenge would be to look further up. Maybe you're starting to take your arms up. You could always have a band around your arms to give you a little bit of extra resistance there if you wanted to. I lost count, so we're going to do 1 more on each side. Sorry. Set it down. From here, we're going to transfer that into our chair pose. So keep your feet hip distance. Inhale, sink the hips back, chair pose. As you exhale, bring those arms down in line with the shoulders. Inhale, shift the weight to the left. Exhale, right knee draws into the chest. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left knee draws into the chest. Keep that chair. Exhale, set it down. We're going to do 5 more on each side. One more each side. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Take that band off, set it to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Surya Namaskar Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, fold forward. Step the feet back. Plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, straight back to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float. Plank to chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float through. If you're jumping, try and land in chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. 3 more rounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. 1 more round. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk, or float to the top. Grab your band on the way. Inhale, lengthen. You're going to loop it around your wrists. Exhale, forward fold. We're coming back into our chair pose. Inhale, sweep those arms up. The band is now around the forearms, just below the wrists. So you're pulling out on that band. So it's going to help to activate in through the muscles that help to stabilize your shoulders. Obviously, if you don't have a band, that's fine. You're doing this all without a band. Take a couple more breaths here. Shift the weight into your left foot. As you inhale, you're going to keep the palms facing you. Keep pulling out on that band. You're going to bend the elbows in towards the rib cage. As you step that left foot back, it's just going to tap the back of the mat. As you exhale, the right foot is just going to tap next to the left. Inhale, elbows come in, tap the right foot to the back of the mat. As you exhale, the right foot taps forward, arms reach forward. Inhale, elbows back, tap back. Exhale, reach forward, tap forward. So you're keeping that single leg squat in through the left leg, keeping as stable as you can. And we're adding this extra resistance to the arms while challenging our balance and obviously our left glute. We're going to do 2 more here. This time you're going to come all the way to standing on that left leg, sweep the arms up overhead, face the palms towards the front of the room. As you exhale, if your band has the movement ability, you're going to cactus the arms and you're going to straighten out that right leg. Inhale, come back up, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten the right leg, cactus the arms behind the head. Inhale, bend, straighten the arms. If you can't cactus those arms, you're just facing the palms to the front of the room and pulling apart. Inhale, back to center. We're just going to do 2 more. Palms face each other, bend the knee and tilt the hips forward. We're coming into warrior 3. Right toes face the floor, gentle bend in through the left knee. You're trying to get your right hip on line with your left. You're going to turn the palms to face down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, as much as you can, you're going to cactus those arms, draw them back in towards the body. Inhale, reach. If this is enough, you're going to stay here. You want to add a little bit more of a challenge. As you exhale and bend the arms, you're going to do a hamstring curl with that right leg. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, cactus and curl. Inhale, warrior three. We're going to do 3 more here. From here, inhale, warrior three. Step that right foot back, crescent lunge, inhale. So this is a normal crescent lunge. You're just using that band to give a little bit of outward pressure on those arms. If your arms are feeling absolutely fried, then obviously you're going to ditch that band. Two more breaths. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, plant the hands, keep that band. We're in a plank pose. From here, we're going to do the opposite to what we did with the step outs with the feet. We're going to do it with the hands. So you could always drop to your knees here. That's totally an option. And obviously you can do this without the band. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to draw the right hip down slightly as you step the right hand out. Inhale, step it in. Draw the left hip down slightly as you step the left hand out. Inhale, step it in. Exhale, right. Inhale, step it in. Exhale, left. Inhale, step it in. The wider your feet are, the more stability you're going to have here. We're going to do 5 more on each side. Come back to your plank pose, shift forward, chaturanga. Exhale to plank. 2 more. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale to plank. Last one. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale to plank. Downward facing dog. My arms are on fire. Look towards the top of the mat. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into your chair pose. Exhale, bring those hands down in line with the wrists. In line with the shoulders. Shift the weight to the right. Take an inhale. You're going to tap the left toes to the back of the mat as you draw those elbows towards you. And then as you exhale, tap the left foot forward, reach the arms. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale, send it forward. We're going to do 6 more here. You can play around with turning your palms in different directions. You'll find that it works different muscles. So I'm going to play around with turning my palms up here. Got 2 more here. From here, you're going to come all the way to standing. Turn those palms to face the front of the mat. Draw the right hip in towards the midline. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, if you can, you're going to cactus those arms. Extend the left leg. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, extend and bend. Inhale, bring it back up. We're going to do 6 more here. Last one. Bring it forward. You're going to tilt those hips forward, coming into your warrior three. Palms are going to face down towards the floor. Establish your alignment in your warrior three. Gentle bend in the right knee. Get your hips even. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to pull back with those arms. Inhale to extend. Exhale to pull back. Inhale, extend. Option to stay here, or you can take 6, adding that hamstring curl. Inhale into your warrior three. Step the left foot down as you exhale. Inhale, crescent lunge. Draw the right hip back, neutralize through the spine, grow tall out of the rib cage. Make sure you can see your right big toe. 3 more breaths. Take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to take the band so that it's underneath your palms as you step into your high plank pose. So we're going to do a row here. If you're not rowing with the band, or if you don't have a band, it's going to be the same movement. You're just going to draw that elbow up by the rib cage. Wherever you are, with or without a band, we're trying to keep our hips even. So the arm that's lifting, you're going to draw that hip down slightly. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to row the right arm up by the ribs, with or without the band. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left elbow draws up by the ribs. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, right. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left. Inhale, set it down. You can always drop the knees here. We're doing 4 more each side. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Exhale to plank. 4 more. And then send it up and back. Downward dog, child's pose, whatever you need. Take a couple of breaths here. I'm going to leave that band to the side for a minute. We're going to come back to it. We're just going to flow for a little bit. So look towards the top of the mat, step, walk, or float. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float back. Take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg gets high. Exhale, shift forward, round, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Prepare for crescent lunge. Inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. As you exhale, torso comes forward, power lunge. Sweep the arms back. Inhale, crescent lunge. This time we're going to warrior three. As you exhale, sweep those arms back. Try and keep that right knee stable. I did a terrible job. As you inhale, come all the way to standing on that right leg. Exhale, extend the left leg forward. Inhale, we're coming back to warrior three. Exhale, step the left foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, single leg chaturanga. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, power lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Engage that left glute as you exhale, warrior three. Inhale, come all the way to stand on that left leg, right knee to chest. Exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, back to warrior three. Exhale, set the right foot down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, single leg chaturanga. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. We'll do that again. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float. Chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, power lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, all the way to stand on that left leg, on the right leg, left knee to chest. Exhale, extend the left leg. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, step it down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, left leg sweeps. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, power lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior three. Come all the way to stand on that left leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, back to warrior three. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, take it down, single leg chaturanga. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the top of the mat, step, walk, or float. Take your band. Once again, you're going to set it around the bottom of your feet. Feet hips distance apart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, wrists in line with the shoulders. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, right knee to the chest. Inhale it down. Exhale, left knee to the chest. Inhale it down. Exhale, right. Inhale it down. Exhale, left. Inhale it down. Just one more each side. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float your way back into a chaturanga and then into a plank pose. So with that band around the bottom of the feet, we're going to do some slow mountain climbers. So take an inhale. As you exhale, nothing in the spine changes. You're just using that right hip flexor to draw the knee towards the chest. Inhale, step it back, hips distance. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, hips distance. Exhale, right knee. Inhale, set it back. Exhale, left knee. Inhale, set it back. We've got 5 more on each side. Keep drawing those shoulders out of the ears. And from here, you're going to walk the hands all the way back to the feet. You're going to slide that band, if you've got it, up above the knees. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Everybody walk yourself back out into a plank pose, sorry, into a downward dog pose. Take an inhale, you're going to drop the elbows into dolphin. Exhale, both elbows press away, downward dog. Inhale, back into your dolphin. Exhale, downward dog. Just 3 more like this. You can stay with that. Otherwise, we're going to hit a bit of the shoulders. You're going to take your hands a little bit wider in your downward dog. As you inhale, you're going to send the crown of the head forward as if you're going to tap it between the thumbs. And then as you exhale, press away. This is really helpful for your handstands. Inhale, tap the crown of the head. Exhale, press away. Just 3 more here. Keep those hips piped. Bring those hands back into your downward facing dog. Drop the elbows. Everybody is in dolphin pose. Walk the feet in a little bit. Keep the hips nice and even. Take a gentle bend in the knees. As you exhale, the right toes face down as you lift the right leg up. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left leg lifts. Inhale, set it down. If dolphin is too much, you can do this in a forearm plank, or you could just come back to downward facing dog. Really engaging the back of the leg. We've got 3 more on each side. From here, I'm going to give you the option. Challenge yourself to keep the glute band on if you've got it. If you don't feel safe, then don't. I'm going to invite you to take your inversion, whether you're practicing headstand, handstand, maybe you're doing pincha mayurasana. If you've got your glute band on, I encourage you when you're up there, especially if you're in a headstand, to take some straddles and work those legs upside down. Review, I'm going to give you about 5 breaths to play. Obviously, feel free to pause and take longer. Wherever you are, slowly bring yourself down and take a couple of moments in child's pose. Make your way back to a tabletop and then into a downward facing dog. We're going to bring this home before we finish up with some floor work. Inhale, sweep that right leg up behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, crescent lunge. Depending on your glute band length, this may or may not be possible with the band. Inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. Exhale, power lunge. Inhale into your crescent. Exhale, you're going to come forward into your warrior 3. We're going to hold this. Even off through the hips. Option to have the arms reaching. Option to have the hands at the heart center. As you exhale, you're going to do little lift of that left leg. Inhale, lower it down just below hip height. Exhale, straight leg raise from the glute and hamstring. Inhale, lower it down. 3 more here. From here in your warrior 3, you're going to take that right hand down. We're opening up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So that glute band might just slide up towards your hips, and that's okay. Option to challenge your balance, float that right hand up off the floor. From here, we're coming back to warrior 3, so slowly square off your hips. And then we're going to come all the way up to standing on that right leg. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale to bend. One more. Inhale to extend. Exhale to bend, hinge forward, warrior three. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, plant the hands. Oh no, sorry. Plant the left foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. My brain is fading. And then as you exhale, you're going to take it through that single leg vinyasa. Inhale, sweep that left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, power lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior three. Adjust that glute band so it's a little bit lower if you can. Take your hands where you want to. Establish your nice and neutral warrior three. Inhale, that right leg's going to drop just a little. Exhale, lift it up. Squeeze the glute. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. Just three more. From here, you're going to take that left hand down, right arm up, open up, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, karate chop the sky with that right foot. Option to take your balance challenge and let that left hand hover. From here, you're going to square off back through the hips, take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to come all the way up to standing on that left leg. Arms reach up. As you exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale to bend. One more. Exhale, extend. Inhale to bend. As you exhale, come forward, warrior three. And then as you inhale, step those right toes back. Exhale into a crescent lunge. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, take it through. Single leg vinyasa. From here, you're going to step, walk, or float your way through. Make your way to a seat. And then we are going to come onto our side. So you can come onto any side. It doesn't matter. We're going to do both sides. You've got a couple of options here. You can either prop yourself up on your elbow. Wherever you are, your knees are going to be parallel with the short edge of your mat and your shins parallel with the long end of your mat. You can either be propped up here or you can be chilling on the beach down here. You're nice and active. Your hips are stacked. Knees are even. Take an inhale. As you exhale, that top leg is going to lift up. Keep the ankle in line with the knee. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, I'm lifting from the outside of my hip. Inhale, bring it down. My waist is not rotating. I'm not arching away from the floor. I'm not sinking into my ribs. We're going to do 5 more here. Bring it down. From here, you're going to bring your heels a little bit closer to your glutes. You're going to prop yourself up onto your elbow if you weren't already. Option to keep the hip down. Otherwise, for the full move, you're going to inhale. As you exhale, the heels stay together. You're going to lift the bottom hip, lift the top knee. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, top knee, bottom hip lift. Inhale, bring it down. We've got 8 more. Last one. We're going to hold it at the top. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8. Don't rotate the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ouch. And we're going to take it to the other side. You can just roll over. I'm going to turn so that you can see me. Set yourself up. Thighs parallel short edge. Shins parallel long edge. Stack the hips. Knees even. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift that top leg. Shin stays parallel with the long end of the mat. Inhale, take it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, take it down. We've got 8 more here. Second side's always harder. Ouch. From here, you're going to angle the heels towards your bum. You're going to come up onto that left forearm if you're not there already. Take an inhale. As you exhale, the inner edges of the feet stay together. The top knee lifts, the bottom hip lifts. Inhale, set it down. You can always keep that bottom hip down. Exhale to lift. Inhale it down. 8 more. It burns. We're holding it at the top. 10 pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, 1. Ouch. Put it down. Oh, it hurt. You're going to flip yourself over so that you're sitting on your butt. Scoot yourself towards the top of the mat. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly with control, you're going to roll yourself all the way down. You bring your legs up into tabletop. And once again, you're going to slide that band around the feet. I'm going to grab my longer band here. So if tabletop is not a position that works for you, you can keep one foot down and float one foot up into tabletop, alternating like that. Otherwise, if you're able to keep your lower ribs and your lower back on the floor and float yourself up into tabletop, so we're not like jamming down through the whole center. You want to feel that little bit like just on the inside of your hip points, that muscle in there. You want to feel that tightening underneath your fingertips. You don't want to be super, super braced through your entire core. We want to be fluid and movable. We don't want to be rigid, okay? So your hips are floating, your knees are floating above your hips. You're going to take your hands up towards the sky. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to float the left leg away, the right arm back. So that right foot is now acting as your anchor point. Inhale, bring it back to center. Relax the shoulders. As you exhale, your ribs and your lower back are not arching away from the floor, but you're not clenching and gripping everything. Inhale, come back to center. I hope that makes sense. Exhale, left leg, right arm. Inhale to center. Exhale, send the right leg away without pulling the left knee in towards you. Exhale to center. We're going to do 3 more on each side. Bring it back to center. From here, you're going to take your hands behind your head. Take an inhale. As you exhale, the rib cage slides towards the pelvis. The head comes along for the ride. You've got a gentle tuck in through your chin. As you inhale, you're going to send the legs long on a diagonal. Pull the band apart. As you exhale, bring it in. You can always keep your head down. Easier is to send those legs higher. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, I'm drawing my lower belly down. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, send it out. Pull that band apart. Exhale, bring it in. Relax the neck. You've got 5 more. Last one. We're going to hold it out there. You guessed it. 10 little pulses out on that band for 10. 9. You can always bend the knees. 6, 5. Draw it into center. Rest that head. We've got one more move here. Float those legs back up to tabletop. Take an inhale. As you exhale, gentle tuck of the chin. Slide the rib cage towards the pelvis. You can stay in a tabletop. So if you stayed in tabletop, it would just look like that right foot dropping down towards the floor. It's not going to get there probably. And then inhaling it back up, and then exhaling the left foot drawing towards the floor and inhaling it back up. That's actually quite hard because you're trying to keep that shin in parallel while you're dragging down with the other one. So that might be challenging enough, and you can stay there. If you want to take this a little bit further, you're going to straighten the legs out, do the same thing. As you exhale, you're going to pull the right leg down. Inhale, float it back up. Exhale, you're going to pull the left leg down. Inhale, you're going to float it back up. Wherever you are, we're doing 4 more on each leg. One more each side. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. You can kick that band off. Lower the head down, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, coming into your figure. You could stay here in your reclined pigeon, or you could set that left foot down and send your legs up into a bridge pose, getting this nice hip opener here. If you're coming up into that bridge, your hips are even. So you're thinking of drawing the right knee down towards the floor, but you're not letting the right hip drop down towards the floor. Hands can be wherever feels good for you. If you came into that tabletop, you're going to set it down, draw the knees in towards the chest. Everybody's going to send the sole of the right foot over towards the left, ground down through the right shoulder, and take a twist. This doesn't feel good in your body. Obviously, you take whatever twist does feel good in your body. You're thinking of drawing your right knee away from the body here. And then you're going to release and you're going to draw it back in towards center. We're going to take it to the other side. So you're either coming into a reclined pigeon or you're coming into that bridge with the hip opener. You came into that bridge, you're going to set the hips down, everybody recline pigeon, and then take that left foot over towards the right. Send that left knee away from you as much as you can. Draw that left shoulder down towards the mat. From here, you're going to come back to center. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Maybe oh shit, that hurt. Maybe taking a happy baby. Do not grab your broken bone on your foot if you are coming into happy baby. Oh, life lessons. And when you're ready, you're going to curl yourself into a little ball. Take any other movements that you feel like you need to before you release into Shavasana. And when you're ready, take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, come into your final resting position, whatever that looks like for you. And no matter how much time you do or don't have here, I want you to take one more deep inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. As always, I encourage you to stay here for as long as what serves you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Today, as you go forward, may you have confidence in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and generosity in your heart. Namaste.